If you are a high school student, then you definitely want to stick around because I'll be sharing a few things that you can do if you don't feel like studying. There are such moments where you know you should be studying, but you just don't feel like it. Even if you are the most dedicated student, you're just not in the mood to study today. So I'll be sharing a few tips that you can execute if you don't feel like studying. Tip number one, get rid of the word laziness completely. Yes, one thing about the word laziness is that it's just so infectious. So if you feel like you just don't feel like studying or you feel like you're lazy, stop saying you're lazy. Just start using other vocabularies. I want you to remove the word laziness completely out of your vocabulary. So if you are lazy, just stop saying it. One thing about me, when I want to study and be productive, and there's someone that's constantly complaining about how they are lazy, I just try to get away from them or change the subject because I know that the moment someone starts saying they're lazy, then it just spreads to the whole room. So stop saying you're lazy. That's the number one thing that you can do if you identify that that today you just don't feel like studying. Tip number two, check your surrounding. Is your surrounding conducive for studying, or are there just many interruptions? Then if there's so many interruptions and noise, you definitely want to move away from there. It might be that you don't feel like studying simply because of the condition of your surrounding. Are there maybe friends who are just talking stories, endless conversations when you want to study? Then you definitely want to move away and come back later. Stories will always be there, entertainment will always be there. So you need to just move away from that destructive environment and come back later when you're done. Tip number three that you can execute when you don't feel like studying is that you should start rewarding yourself for studying. So what do I mean by this? How about you start saying things such as, I'll only watch Netflix once I cover this chapter or this section of the human digestive system. Or, just start rewarding yourself after studying. Withhold your pleasures, the things that you enjoy, withhold them until you study. So you can only put a condition like, as in, I'll do this and that thing, or I'll go out with my friends only if I study or if I complete this chapter. Start saying such things. I've realized that this is one of the ways that just keeps me motivated, because then I know that if I study and I finish this topic, or I finish this amount of work, then I'll reward myself with my favorite snack, or I will be able to sit down with my friends and have those interesting conversations. So start rewarding yourself for studying. And if you don't reach your targets, or if you do not study what you said that you're going to study, then also punish yourself. Punish yourself, withhold yourself, punish yourself. If you were supposed to go out for a night out or something, then don't do it, because then you didn't study. So that way you know that you should be studying, because if you don't study, then there's a punishment, or you don't get to watch Netflix. So that's one tip that you can definitely try out if you don't feel like studying. Tip number four, friends, let's build some momentum. Now, what do I mean by building momentum? So here you start by doing a few small activities in your space. That could be maybe cleaning up your space, or just doing anything that needs to be done. They should be light. Don't make it heavy work. It should be light activities. So you could just start by maybe cleaning your study table, or just organizing your space. Now this actually convinces your body that you're not lazy. This helps you to just get up, and it just gives you a little more energy, and so that will just build that momentum that you need when it's time to study. So then you do activity A, then you do activity B, and maybe activity C would be now you sitting down and studying. That just helps me when I'm lazy and I don't feel like studying, and you should try it out. Look at my study table, guys. It's so messy. Let's try to build some momentum. We could start by organizing this study table. Look at how everything is just so disorganized. This doesn't encourage you to study in such a space. You want to organize your space. So I could start by just putting this in order, pens together, put the PC in the center. That way you'll be motivated to study when your space is well organized. So this could be one of the things that you could start by just doing a few small activities, and that way when it's time to sit down and study, then really when your space is in order, then yeah, you'll be motivated to study. But when your place is not in order, that just doesn't encourage you to study. Okay, so you've built momentum and it's now time for you to sit down and study, but your brain, is just not so focused, or your body is just still not focused. So then ask yourself, when last did you drink water? Maybe you need this. I know this is such a basic tip that I'm sharing, but maybe you need some water. Maybe your body is dehydrated, or maybe you just are lacking some certain important nutrients in your body. Maybe you need to just take some high protein foods that will help you focus. It could be that you're just lacking certain nutrients in your body, or you just need to prepare that meal or whatever, or you're lacking sleep, or you're not getting enough sleep. So that could be one of the causes as to why you are not focused. Sometimes you don't feel like studying just because your body really cannot allow you to do anything. Your body cannot allow you to be productive. It's important that you also take care of the body that is doing the studying. Take care of your mind, take care of your brain. One last tip before I sign out. It could be that this is the issue. You might just be overly entertained and you are so addicted to your phone. Cell phone addiction is a real thing, especially for Gen Zs. So if your phone won't allow you to study, my friend, you need to put it away. You need to do whatever it takes to make sure that you are focusing on your studies and your phone is not affecting your studies. So you can start by removing whatever apps that you have on your phone that you spend your most time on. If you think TikTok is taking up your time, then remove TikTok, or just take a break, zip it, or do anything. You could also turn off all notifications on your phone, or you can use certain productivity tools that just block websites or block apps. I don't really like advising people to put away their phone because the phone is distracting them from studying, because I think you can still learn to be able to study with your phone next to you. You just need some very high level of discipline. I also used to be very addicted to my cell phone before, and I couldn't study with my cell phone. But now, these days, I can actually study with my phone next to me. I can study, and while I'm studying, I'm still using my phone to the fullest potential, but I'm also studying, I'm also focused on my studies. So you just need some level of discipline, because a cell phone is very important these days, and you need your cell phone all the time. So you can basically just train yourself to be able to study with your phone next to you. You don't necessarily have to take it away. You can just turn off notifications and have your phone next to you and use it when you want to. You could use it during your study break. So thank you so much guys for watching until this far into the video. Anyways, I have some studying to do, and today I also woke up not feeling like studying. I was so lazy, and I used these techniques to really get myself into the mood. I've been building some momentum, so I felt the same way also, and I just really had to be disciplined, and I had to tell myself that today I'm gonna study, today I'm going to reach my target, and so I'll get back to my studying. And I just thought that I should really share these tips with you because I just didn't feel like studying, and I was not gonna study today until I decided to just get up from my bed and start building some momentum. And now I'm at a point where I was able to cover a few topics today, and it's all going well for me. So if you found value in this video, do not hesitate to subscribe for more productivity tips like this one.